I am trying really hard here not to overreact, just like I tried not to overreact when the Saints looked unbeatable during the first 2 weeks of the season, even though I probably did overreact a little bit last week. First things first. There is no doubt, losing Eric McCoy on the first drive of the game, that was absolutely brutal. Outside a quarterback, the center, that is the most important position on the offensive side of the ball. God only knows, the Saints' offensive line, they don't need any assistance proving their level of suck. There's no doubt. Losing the center on the first drive of the game, that had a major impact on the rest of the game. That being said, where do I even begin? I am having severe flashbacks. I am re-experiencing the trauma that I felt watching the Saints for the last 3 years. I don't even know who to blame. Hell, there's so much blame to go around, it's hard to know where to start. Why don't we just start with Denise? I don't know if Dennis Allen knows this, but you don't receive extra points for not using your challenges. Rashid Shaheed, he makes an unbelievable catch in the first half. It's called incomplete. No challenge. 4th and 1 on a critical drive in the third quarter. Alvin Kamara appears to have the first down, but the dipshit officials, they mark him half a yard short. Fox, they cut to commercial, giving Dennis Allen plenty of time to watch the replay from every imaginable angle. No challenge. And what the hell happened to Clint Kubiak? What the hell happened to this brilliant scheme that was disguising the glaring weakness that the Saints call their offensive line? I felt today like I was watching the 2022 and 2023 Saints. They could not move the damn ball. During the second quarter, the Saints offense held the ball for just over 1 minute. 1 damn minute in a 15-minute quarter. No wonder the defense was giving up big plays the entire second half. No wonder the defense was gassed out. And if I'm Nick Sirianni, I am sending Dennis Allen and Derek Carr a thank you card by doing what they do best and finding another unique way to lose a game. Dennis Allen and Derek Carr, they saved Nick Sirianni's job. For 3.5 quarters, Nick Sirianni, he was the MVP of the game for the Saints. I mean, no wonder fans in Philadelphia can't stand this doofus. Like, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. You know, there are a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that can look great, that can excel when everything is perfect. A bum like Sam Bradford, he can look really good when everything is going right. But the great quarterbacks, they earn their money by responding to adversity and elevating everyone else around them when things aren't going their way. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting for Derek Carr to put the Saints on his back and carry them to a win. It never happened. But KC, the offensive line is garbage. He doesn't have time to throw the ball. Yeah, that's true, but Derek Carr had plenty of opportunities to make plays. Problem is, when he was given those chances, he either underthrew his receivers or he got nervous and threw a damn interception. Derek Carr looks great when everything is going right. He looks great when everything's going his way. But you could see in the first half that the Saints were going to lose that game because as soon as the pressure mounted, Derek became Donnie. As soon as the pressure mounts, Derek Carr disappears. This dude is incapable of dealing with pressure. And I'm not just talking about a pass rush. I'm talking about crunch time. I'm talking about making game-winning plays. Fourth quarter, Derek Carr overthrows a wide-open Chris Olave on what should have been an easy touchdown. Now, Chris Olave saved his ass by making an amazing catch, and this was right after Alvin Kamara had saved his ass by making a catch on another underthrown pass earlier in the drive. But the very next play, 2-point conversion attempt, Derek Carr somehow manages to underthrow a 2-yard pass, to Jamal Williams, giving him no chance to convert. Foster Moreau, I don't know how Foster Moreau is on an NFL roster. I think the only reason he is in New Orleans is because he's friends with Derek Carr, and he's a high character guy. God only knows the Saints and Pelicans love their high character guys, while the rest of the league is looking for guys who can actually play football. Foster Moreau's been in New Orleans for 2 years. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell he does besides consistently fuck things up. Trevor Penning. If Sean Payton was still coaching this team, Trevor Penning would be cut tomorrow. Trevor Penning is a prime example of why the Saints and Pelicans put so much emphasis on character guys when building their rosters. God gifted Trevor Penning with everything that he needs physically to be the most dominant offensive lineman in the league. Problem is, Trevor Penning seems to be missing the most important component, a functional brain. I had someone ask me earlier, who are the real Saints? Was today just a bad game and the real Saints are the team that we saw the first 2 weeks of the season? Or had they returned to earth and what we saw today was the real Saints? I'm trying not to be a prisoner of the moment. I'm trying not to overreact, but I think what we saw today, that is the real Saints. And the reason I say that is because of who we have at head coach and quarterback. What I watched today looked exactly like a Dennis Allen, Derek Carr team. Crumbling under pressure, bonehead plays, wasting timeouts in the second half because you can't get organized, constant confusion, no one has a solution, lack of adjustments. You could tell in the first half that running Alvin Kamara up the middle, that was not going to work. Yet for some reason, they kept running Alvin Kamara up the middle. It never fails. Anytime this team faces adversity under Dennis Allen, they disappear. We have 10 years worth of evidence that this is exactly who Derek Carr is. We have going on 6 years worth of data that says this is exactly who Dennis Allen is. It is going to be on Clint Kubiak to come up with something to mask these deficiencies because he does not have a quarterback that is capable of doing that. Now, have I lost hope in my Saints? No. I still think that the Saints can make the playoffs. If they can take the pressure off of Derek Carr and rely on the run game and defense, the Saints are capable of making a run. But what we saw today, this is what we have seen throughout Derek Carr's career. If you are relying on Derek Carr to win games, you're not going to win very many. Just look at the first 2 games of this season and look at what they both have in common. Derek Carr was barely used. Going to be a busy week on the main channel this week. There's a lot of news going on, so I'll see you guys on the main channel tomorrow.